everybody. It is Inspirational Eve for the ABCs of weight release, according to me. And today we are at R. R. And you probably can guess by now what R is going to be. And R is for release. I know. What a shock. I didn't see that one coming. Release. Because this industry is all about losing. And I could talk to you about losing for a while, both positive and negatively. But when it comes to releasing, it is a concept when I was working for Tony Robbins and we had somebody, I don't remember who it was. We had somebody come on one of our webinars. We would have these weekly, bi-weekly webinars. And power talks is what we called them. And we'd have guests every once in a while come talk about things. There was this one woman that talked about weight release. And I was so fascinated by it because at that time I had lost 150 pounds. I'd lost 150 pounds. But I hadn't released really any of the baggage that initially put on the weight. And she talked about letting go and how it's an unconscious choice. And I was like, whoa, this is really weird information. It was all so new. It felt like this slow-mo moment of truth, of like, whoa. So mind equals blown. And I've since that day I've explored it and I've danced with it, I've wrestled with it, and realistically I believe it. I believe in it 100% that when the unconscious mind hears the word lose, it thinks, oh my God, something's lost, like a lost dog. You got to find it. I lost my wallet. I lost my purse. I lost my keys. I lost my children. I lost my mind. Well, what do we want to do when we lose something? We want to find it. Why do you think so many people lose weight and gain it back? They lost a part of themselves that they never actually gave up. They lost it, but they didn't. It's kind of like when you clean off. It's like you clean off an area and you don't designate it. Like, this is just the kitchen table. This is where we eat. And you cleaned it off, and now this is where we eat. So okay, this is where we eat, so I shouldn't put things on there. But it's like when you clear off a surface and it's empty, naturally we want to put stuff on it. Oh, there's an empty surface? Put the mail there. Put the keys there. Put the dog leash there. Put the, put whatever. And you start accumulating again. So we got to release these things and designate what is this now. So when we release something, we consciously make the decision to let it go, to not come back, and not for any ill reasons other than, bless you, goodbye. Bon voyage, my fat, bon voyage. Let it go. You release a fish back into the water, although I think that's kind of screwed up. Like you hooked it and then you release it, but that's a whole nother alphabet. You release a balloon into the air. You let it go. You consciously let go, it's kind of like Jack and Rose at the end of Titanic. She released Jack. Sorry if that's a spoiler alert. Like, after 20 years, you haven't seen it yet. It's kind of your own fault. You let it go. And that's what the body fat is on our body. That's the baggage on our hearts and on our mind and on our soul. Is that the moment for me when I was like, enough is enough, I let this go. I released unconsciously the belief that it wasn't possible to lose weight with the whole, what if this time could be different? And if you're unfamiliar with that, you can go to my website and read all about it. What if this time could be different? Opened me up to being open at this time could be different. Open to the possibility that my life could change. My body could change. All these other motherfuckers are doing it. Why can't I? And it really wasn't until I started working with a gentleman by the name of Shashin Shah that I began to release the old traumas. And my God, this has been years in the making since I worked with him, of just letting go of these illusions that we are calling our identity. This is who I am. This is what I believe I am. No, it's not. This is an allowance of perception. I've never even actually made that correlation. I'm like, do I really think that? You're allowing this perception of yourself to be your identity. And this is kind of high up, like kind of need to meditate concept of who am I? Who am I really? When I'm more than my personality, when I'm more than my clothes, and I'm more than my habits, who am I? Sit in that space for a minute. Who am I? What am I? What do I embody? Not what is my body? Why is my body? But what do I embody? We focus so much on the exterior. I'm fat, or I have extra weights. I can't do this. I can't do that. Cool, honor that. But when are we going to stop and start looking at what we can do? When are we going to stop and release the anchors of what is keeping us in this place, in this body? Who am I? Who am I? Who do I need to be in order to release this weight? Who do I need to be? It's one of the greatest gifts that was given to me by Shashin Shah. Release is a big, whenever I talk about that topic, I will always bring him up in some form or fashion because he held space for me to release some of the darkest pieces of myself. And I invite you to simply ask yourself, in order to, whatever it is you're trying to create, whatever goal it is you want to achieve, who do I need to be? Be, not do. Who do I need to be in order to bring that to fruition? Release, ladies and gentlemen. More ladies than gentlemen. Release what is anchoring you, what is keeping you stuck in this quicksand of the illusion of who you think you are. And allow yourself to grow.